I'm trying to not make as big of a mess, so I can't really meld the way I would ideally want to.
You can do it. I'll just step back so you don't get any more of my $295
Oh my god, we don't care how much it costs.
I know you don't, because you could never buy it. Ciao to all of our Italian hot boys and hot girls out there and all other nationalities. As we know, well, before we get into as we know, what do the Italian and other nationality hot boys and girls need to do?
Subscribe to our channel.
And like this video. I mean, if you don't, you might as well just like...
If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed,
you're
that's
so
kind of
rude.
creepy.
We're coming for you. And you don't want to know, when we come knocking at your door, you better hope you're not home, okay? Period. But anyways, so a little known fun fact about me and Melissa is that we have a deep Italian heritage. We're not full Italian, but, you know, so my grandma was Italian, fabulous cook. I don't know what your details are.
Well, I'm European Native American, so somewhere in there, there's
Okay,
Italian.
well, we don't need to give the audience our 23andMe details. But if you want to see those results, you can Venmo us and we'll email you.
If you want to know.
And what else do we love besides Italian cooking, obviously? Alcohol poisoning! Woo! So what greater way to express ourselves to our viewers than an Italian dish that includes some booze.
Booze.
Melissa, can you please divulge your secrets for our fans? They're dying to know what we're making and how we make it.
So, this is my all-time favorite dish that I've made so far.
All time?
I don't know. This sauce is so good. I can't
wait.
Yeah, it's one of my best. So, if you want to be super authentic and bougie and do the most, you can cook your own tomatoes. But because here we are, Lazy Girl Kitchen, you're going to go ahead and get a can of whole peeled tomatoes.
Very lazy.
Yes. And also another can of sauce. We want this to be extra saucy. If, while I'm making it, I might throw another can in there, like a little one. So you might
we'll let you know. Stay tuned.
We'll let you know, and you might as well just buy one anyways.
Stay tuned. Don't divulge the secrets yet. Stay tuned for later. We'll let you know.
So, pasta, I'm doing squared spaghetti. You can ultimately do whatever pasta you want. Some bay leaves, obviously, our spices. So you have your basic, pretty much what you would put in pasta anyways. And he's getting his favorite pasta.
Well, I mean, I'll let you go through these generic spices.
Giant Eagle is not generic.
Giant Eagle is literally generic. Like Walmart, and how Walmart has like great value.
Don't ever offend Giant Eagle that way.
Okay.
Market District. That was so rude.
Is this Market District brand or Giant Eagle? It doesn't. I see Giant Eagle, not Market District. So the Giant Eagle brand generic.
It doesn't matter. Whatever crushed red pepper you have.
Garlic salt from Giant Eagle brand. Now these aren't generic. They're just, you know, normal.
Normal brands.
Parsley flakes. And basil leaves. And I'm going to suggest my elevated spice.
And oregano from Market District brand.
So this is Market District brand, the brand that she was trying to pass these ones off as. This one is Market District. This is an elevated spice, so I'm sure all of our fans, our millions and billions of fans out there that have been following along on our journey, know how much I love Penzi spices. I do not cook anything Italian without pasta sprinkle. Wouldn't you love to know what's in pasta sprinkle?
What's in pasta sprinkle?
Sweet basil, Turkish oregano, thyme, and garlic. So for our fans at home that maybe don't live near a Penzi's or they can't afford the $3.99 shipping fee. I don't know if it's $3.99. Don't quote me on it. But I mean random amount. You can recreate it with some basil, oregano, thyme, and garlic. So sponsor me.
You're also going to need a bunch of fresh garlic. You can use fresh. You can use the jars of already cut up, diced, minced, whatever.
Is this for the dish or is this for me to drink?
Well, I guess
Yum.
you're drinking it.
Why not both?
So you're going to need some vodka for this dish, whatever vodka you want, and then some fresh mozzarella that we're going to chop up a little later. So we had some technical difficulties, everyone, and there is a step that you guys missed, but I'm going to go ahead and verbalize that to you now. So over your stove, you were heating your pan. You would have added your olive oil, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. And then you were going to add chopped fresh garlic in. Let that brown a little, and you're going to add 6 tablespoons of vodka.
6.
So you let the vodka cook out a bit. Not all the way, just a little bit so it's less...
you let it evaporate.
Yeah, less liquid in the pan. And then that is all you missed. So we just added in our sauce and our whole plum tomatoes.
We are very disappointed. Like, we might need to,
KMS.
Yeah, KMS or, like, drink or something. Because you missed a lot. The fire alarm went off. I mean, really, I guess that was the major thing, besides actually seeing how to make this sauce. Yeah. The fire alarm went off, and it was a really exciting, like, it was some exciting footage.
So we're going to go ahead and start adding some spices. I'm going to actually start with my garlic salt. Now, you put your fresh garlic in, but garlic salt just because we're...
Wow, your titties look great. Yes, love to see that.
So we're going to go ahead and add some basil.
I'm sure that's what the male fans are here for.
Yeah.
For.
That's what my dad came to see.
Ew! That made me feel like I need to go
That was
shower.
sarcasm. I said my dad's probably watching this. So, after basil garlic...
I'm sorry to Melissa's dad. Love you.
So we're going to add parsley, just a little. You don't have to do too much parsley. Very, very important is the crushed red pepper. So
super important.
If you don't like spicy, don't worry. This is part of the flavor profile for a vodka pasta. So it's not going to be spicy. It's just going to give it the right flavor that it needs. So we're going to go ahead and add quite a few red pepper flakes for the moment.
And also keep in mind when you add red pepper flakes to something as it's cooking, it infuses the flavor. It doesn't make it like a spicy, like when you add red pepper flakes right when you eat something, it's spicy. But when you add something while it's cooking, it like diffuses a bit.
Yeah, cooks it out.
And if you missed, she just used the pasta sprinkle, which was my addition to this recipe because I can't live without it. I'll like literally perish.
So we're going to go ahead and use the oregano, the rest of that bag. And then, very important, fresh bay leaves. Do not get dry if you can't find fresh. I got these from Whole Foods. I know Giant Eagle Market District has fresh sometimes, not all the time. But you should
basically, if you can't find fresh, shop around because you need the fresh. You need the fresh,
and you should just have them. This is something I learned from another chef, which we've already mentioned, Frank Presenzano. He uses them a lot, and it's good to have them just in your fridge. You can use them.
Do they last long enough to keep them in the fridge?
Yeah, so in the fridge, they'll just dry out a bit. They're not going to go like bad or have mold on them or anything. They're just going to dry out.
Mold? Not mold.
So we went and stirred up our spices. And don't forget, like we said, we did have the fresh garlic, olive oil, and vodka already cooking in there.
Right.
So
she just did some pot stirring, which is my favorite arm workout.
So right now we're just going to go ahead and throw the top on our pot.
AKA the lid, also known as
the lid. If you don't have a lid for your pan or pot, it's no big deal. You're just going to it's going to get messy. So.
Well, you know what? I hate to say something that's a little bit ghetto, but sometimes if I'm using a pan that I don't have a lid for, I will put like a cookie sheet over the top of it, and it does the trick.
Wow, that's a good hack.
Yeah, just cover it with whatever is going to cover it without like
messing it
burning,
up or melting,
Yeah.
So we're going to let this cook for a little bit, and we'll meet you back here. I would say we're going to give it 5 to 10 minutes of just the sauce cooking and infusing the flavors.
Okay, and while it does that, we're going to gossip. So we have to turn the camera off because we might be talking about some of you.
So now that we let this sit here for 10 to 15 minutes, I would say is how long it's been. So I'm going to move this over here out of the way. And then you're just going to go ahead and crush your tomatoes because now they should be pretty soft. You can crush them.
It's like how you crush people's dreams. Crush your tomatoes.
Crush, crush, crush. It's kind of boiling a lot, so if you want to take it, I'm going to take it off the heat so it kind of calms down a little while I do this. It's still going to be cooking. So now that we are crushing these, I'm going to also add in my pasta. I'm personally going to make the entire box, but you guys can portion however you see.
Add in the pasta into the pot to make in the water, not like add it into the sauce.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to be, aka we're cooking our pasta.
Did you put any salt in the water?
It is heavily salted with our gray sea salt.
And you know what? I was actually looking at our old videos the other day, and I was wondering if you could tell the fans and me what's the difference between like a pink Himalayan salt and a gray Celtic sea salt, and why do you use them when you use them?
There's a chart on the back of the gray sea salt, so it tells you trace mineral and moisture content in sea salts. So this sea salt specifically has 23.1%, whatever that means. I'm assuming
23.1.
I did say that.
Oh, that's not what I heard.
What did you hear?
0.3.1.
I definitely didn't say that. You're blacked out. So, this is cooked a little more. Now, this is what I was saying as far as the vodka goes. I'm going to add, actually I'm not even going to measure, I'm just going to estimate. I'm going to add a little bit more vodka.
Love this for us.
Yeah, to let it cook through. Just like one little lap around the pot. And mix that through.
Very scientific.
Yeah. And that is just to, it's like levels. So we cooked it out in the very beginning, which you unfortunately didn't see. But now we're adding it in again. So it's going to cook out because of the heat, but we're just giving a little bit more of a flavor profile complexity. So you're going to add a few more red pepper flakes because, like I said, this is pretty crucial for, like, you can't make a vodka sauce without red pepper flakes from all the recipes I've ever seen in my whole life. Some more basil. And don't forget we have our fresh bay leaves already in there. Our pasta's cooking. We're going to check on that. And you guys are really, we're in the process. We're moving and grooving.
Thank God. I'm starving.
Same, to be honest. So our pasta should only be 5 to 10 minutes. So shouldn't be long. And we're going to go ahead and put the lid back on that and let it rest just a few more minutes on the stove. Well, rest as in cook, not actual rest. So we're just finishing up the sauce. I'm going to move my lid. And as you can see, we have really chopped up. If you guys really want an extra smooth.
Okay, well, first of all, I wouldn't say we chop them up because that implies cutting. We squish them.
Yeah, we did
like
this.
That, yeah.
We did this. So if you guys want a super smooth vodka sauce, which is what you're probably accustomed to, you can take the whole peeled tomatoes and blend them up in a blender before cooking them.
But we're really hungry.
Yeah.
We're not in the mood to wait for it to cool down and put it in the blender.
Yeah, plus honestly, the thickness of this is just a little different. It's just going to be a tad different.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, take some half and half. This is where, how all of you are like...
Some, what would you say is some?
Well, I didn't pour it yet, so we'll
Okay.
see. It's always we'll see at the time. You're going to just go ahead and... I honestly don't have a count, but...
Just add it until it looks like the right color.
Yeah, add it until it looks right to you. So, what you guys are going to do is our pasta, I just checked it. a few moments ago. We're just going to pick it right out of the water.
Check it for what? How is it now?
Al dente.
Al dente. Al dente.
Al dente.
Al dente.
Al dente.
So it's really al dente, but Melissa's inflection is really interesting because she's a yinzer. So al dente, like it's, oh my. Okay, what's al on the stove now? Al stove tay.
Al stove tay. So we're just letting it drain just a little bit. You're picking it up, putting it in.
So is there a reason why you don't drain it in a strainer, or just because you decided not to?
This time I did. We didn't add, if you notice, we didn't add any salt to the sauce. And our pasta water was very heavily salted. So that's why I kind of am mixing it all together so we get a little bit of that saltiness from the water.
Interesting.
So now we just plated our wonderful vodka pasta. And what I do to top my vodka pasta is just chunks of fresh mozzarella.
Chunky, like we are.
Exactly. Fresh mozzarella and just a little bit of parsley.
Also known as mozzarella for the more Italian folks. If you didn't know, if you couldn't understand mozzarella.
And we're ready to try them out.
Mmm.